Hello everyone, welcome to another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We're on scenario 4.2 over at the Vizier's Hill, where it says at this location if you fail to defeat a barrier, shuffle a barrier from the box into this location deck. So this scenario is set up as a siege deck scenario, so it's going to be pretty interesting here. So what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to advance the Blessings deck. Alright, and then we have to advance the siege deck, which is the second law. So display this card next to the scenario. It is defeated while displayed when a character succeeds at a check to defeat a barrier. Okay, so whenever we defeat a barrier, we're going to have to roll the second law. Advancing the Blessings deck, advancing the siege deck. Okay, we get the Volatile Sentinel. It's a Dexterity Disable, Intelligence Craft 15, or a Combat 24. So immune to mental and poison traits. We are just going to try to use, let's see, not a lot of good options here. Let's see what kind of powers Alhazra has here to help out with. So looks like it's just going to be a straight up a combat check. I mean, her intelligence is only a D8. Alright, so it's going to be combat all the way. Well, we do have the Fiery Glare spell. We don't have any weapons. We just have spells in our hand to help out. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just try an Immolate spell. It's going to be a D10. It's going to be 2D4. It's going to be a D8 since it has the fire. Since it has the fire and attack trait. And we're just going to have to keep it at that. I think that's all we got. We have a Fiery Glare spell. That only helps us when we encounter some boons. And yeah, I think that's all we got. I mean, we can... No, we can't do that. Okay, so that's all we got. We got 4 dice. We are adding a total of 7 to this roll. Alright, we gotta roll high. Let's see what happens. So we rolled a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 7 is 17. So we failed our combat check. We do have this loot item, which is armor. So bury this to reduce combat damage to 0. And we are proficient in light armors. We can discard it. Okay, so we're discarding that card. The nice thing is that at least the Immolate spell is an auto recharge. So we recharge that spell. So the Volatile Sentinel, and the thing with the siege deck is when you fail a combat check, you have to lose the top card of the boon deck here. So we lose this. Wow, we lost the option of getting that card. And if we run out of cards in the boon deck, then what happens is that we fail the adventure. Alright, this crafty creature gets shuffled back into the siege deck. So, randomly determining which card is on the top. It's that one. We are resetting our hand. And we are going to advance the Blessings deck. And we're going to see what's in this siege deck. Okay, we get the Ubashti Swarm. So 2 combat 8 checks. We did not examine this card. Immune to mental and poison traits. So, immune to mental and poison traits. That's too bad it's immune to poison. Okay, so the first thing we'll do then is we'll use a Fireblade spell. When we use the Fireblade spell, it's going to be D10 plus 7 plus 2D4. So that's going to be a total of 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's going to be an auto defeat along with we defeat it by 2. So Fireblade, we use that successfully, it gets recharged automatically. Then we're going to, for our second check, we'll do a Fiery Glare spell. So that's again Divine Skill, which is 7 plus D10 plus 2D4. So that's a total of 10 automatically. So we defeat that. We recharge. We're rolling to see if we recharge Fiery Glare. And we do. So this Ubashti Swarm has been defeated. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now it is an, if it was a basic card, since we're at level 4, we get to banish cards that have the basic trait or less. or lower, I should say. Well, I guess I should say just the basic trait. Okay, advancing the Blessings deck, advancing the Siege deck. We get a Malfunctioning Death Trap. So this is a basic card, so I think this is going to be the last time that we see this card in the whole campaign. So Dexterity Disable, Stealth Intelligence 5. We do have the Find Traps spell in our hand, which we will use. So we're going to roll our Intelligence plus 2d8 plus a d8 for the Intelligence. Okay. 3d8, we need a 5 or higher. So we rolled 8, 16. Wow, we rolled all that. But we have this second law to deal with. If the difficulty of the check was exceeded by that amount or more, succeed at a check to defeat the bear, roll a d6. If the difficulty of that check was exceeded by that amount or more, each character at that location banishes a card or summon and encounters the Henchman Voices of the Spire. So wow, that's not cool. So this was our total. So now we have to roll a d6. So d6, we rolled a 3. So it says here, if the difficulty of the check was exceeded by that amount or more. So it was. So we definitely got way over a 5 there. So thanks to the second law, we can banish this card, we can banish this card, but we apparently made enough noise to attract the Voices of the Spire. So let me go ahead and find Voices of the Spire, because we have to encounter that card now. That kind of sucks. So Voices of the Spire, there they are. Okay, so now we are encountering the Voices of the Spire. Very interesting. They're hanging out at the Vizier's Hill. Okay, the difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the scenario's adventure deck number. So this is scenario 4, so it's an 8. So we have to do a combat 18 check right now. So what we'll do is we'll do the Clinging Venom. It's going to be d10 plus 1d8. Since it has the attack and the poison trait, we get to add a d8. And since it's a Vine check, we're adding 7 to this roll. So, wow. I don't believe it. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we needed 16. Okay, so we failed. We don't have any armor. Well, so we failed. So we failed by 4. We have this guy, so we'll reduce the damage by 2. So we still, we rolled a 12. We needed a 16. So we're going to take 2 points of damage. So we will go ahead, and what we'll do is we'll have to lose 2 cards. We're going to lose 2 blessings as damage. It says here, if undefeated, suffer the Scourge Curse of Vulnerability. Okay, so we gain this card, this thing. Alright, and then he is banished. But since we lost a combat check, we have to lose a card from the Boon deck, so we lose a Blessing of Ra. We had the opportunity to gain that. Okay, that really sucks. Well, Alhazra has her special power that says, right here, you may discard a spell to banish a card that has a curse trait. But we don't want to banish a card that has the spell. But what we're doing now is we're going to reset our hand. Okay, resetting the hand. So we got 7 cards. Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, so now since we have like 3 blessings in our hand, I'll go ahead and discard a spell. We're going to banish the Curse of Vulnerability since we're Alhazra. And now we're going to explore. Okay, we get a Shock Elemental. Well, that's good news because it's a combat 9. I have the Clinging Venom spell. No, he's immune to poison. Wow. Huh. So we're not playing a weapon. We're going to go ahead and use the Wand of Scorching Ray on this guy. So it's going to be 46 plus, it's going to be, since it has the attack and fire trait, it's going to be another d8. So let's just roll through it. Alright, so yep, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Lots of good high numbers. This guy's banished. Alright, Wand of Scorching Ray. Well, the Wand of Scorching Ray gets buried. And we're going to reset our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, advancing the blessings deck. Alright, we get a Toxic Geyser. So, what that means is... So we get a Toxic Geyser. Difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the adventure deck number, which is 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have to get a 13. We used the Find Trap spell. It was an auto recharge. We don't have that anymore. So what we're going to do, we do have the Heat Metal spell. It says, discard this card to add 2 dice to any check by a character at your location to defeat a barrier that has the lock or trap trait. It is a trap. Sweet. So we can discard this card and add 2 dice to any check. Wow, that is amazing. So it's going to be a wisdom check. Actually, Alhazra has survival, wisdom +2. Awesome. So using the Heat Metal spell, we're rolling 3d8, and we're adding 2 to the roll. We are also going to use a Blessing of Ra, so we can add another d8 to the check. We're not taking any chances here. Yep, we got it. Okay, let's see what we get. Ready to this roll. 1, 2, 3, 11, and 7, 18, 19, 20. Sweet. More than enough. Okay. So, we did the Toxic Geyser. So it says here, if you fail to defeat a barrier, let's see, we did not fail to defeat a barrier so far. Okay, so we've been using that location effect. We're rolling to see if we recharge our Heat Metal spell. And we rolled a 5 plus a 7 is 13. We needed an 11. Or 5 plus 7 is 12. That just shows you about my math. Okay, we are resetting our hand. We are advancing the Blessings deck. And this is the last card of the Siege deck, which is the Volatile Sentinel. Alright, so we do have a lot of cool options. So fortunately we have the Embalming Fluid in our hand. We can reveal this card and add 2 in the poison trait to your combat check. Oh no, it's not undead. So we can't use this card. Wow, that really sucks, because the only thing we got is we got the Clinging Venom spell in our hand. Ouch, this isn't going to be good. Okay, it's going to be up to this Staff of Dark Flame. So I wonder if we can reveal this card and use it for the combat check. No, because it says reveal. Okay, so we're going to use our Strength or Melee skill plus 1d6. We're going to discard this card and add another d6. Okay, so for our check, we're discarding that card. We get to roll 3d6. Going to use a Blessing of Nephis, so it's going to be 4d6. And we get to add the big +1 to this roll. Ouch. No bueno. Okay, come on. So 4, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We rolled a 16. Wow. Wow, so we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to bump it up to 3, 18 by recharging that card. But that's not enough. So this guy, he's going to smash us. We lose our entire hand of cards as damage. He goes back into the location deck. There's only 1 card left. Alright, let's see if we have enough cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. That hasn't happened the whole campaign. Alhazra is now down to her final card. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to advance the Blessings deck. And we know what's in this. Alright, this is the final thing. It's the Volatile Sentinel. He's back. So we failed that check. We have to banish a boon originally. So we lose the Dagger of Doubling. Okay, last card in the location deck. 1 more card in the boon deck. We need to make this check. Otherwise this scenario is over. We're going to use the Fiery Glare spell, which is D10, and it's 2d4. And since it has the fire and attack trait, we're rolling a d8. And then the only thing that we can use to buff that up is Maga Three Fingers. So we're rolling all these dice. We are adding a total of 7 to this roll. Let's see what happens. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 4 is 25. So wow, we just barely made it. And what is awesome, so get a load of this. So 10 and plus 7 for the charisma, 17, and 8. So 17, 21. Yeah, so we did 25. So now if Alhazra does not make this recharge check, she actually loses and the whole campaign is over. So she has to make Arcane a Divine 10. She has a Divine skill of D10 plus 7. Alright, she rolled a 6. So she gets to recharge the spell, which means that she actually draws up to 7 cards. Well, that was an amazing scenario. That scenario was the most challenging one so far of the whole campaign. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do the deck check. So, oh, you know what's cool? So this was the last card. So that's our reward for this scenario. This was the final card left in the Boon deck, because the other one was the Siege deck. So this location is closed. We get this Striking Wing Scimitar, which is a level 4. So let's go ahead and we'll do a deck check. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and do a deck check. Let me go ahead and go up here. What we're going to do... Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the deck check some other time, because I have to really look at these cards, see which one I want. But we are going to do a deck check. We're going to go... This is basically her deck right now. Let's go ahead. Let's do it quick. We'll do it. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go here to the spell guy. We're going to see what kind of spells he has to offer us. So, just randomly determine this really quick. Doing a D6 here. It's the top. I'll roll 2 of those. Okay, so from here, so he is offering us, he's offering us a Symbol of Pain spell, or he can get the Eruption spell. Okay, so this time he's coming through with some really cool stuff for us. We can either get the Eruption spell or the Symbol of Pain. So those are our 2 choices here. Eruption is an electricity. Whoa, it's attack and fire. Wow, we have to have that. Okay, we're going to get that. We are trading him the Striking Wing Scimitar. And we need to give him another level 3 or a level 4. Okay, and we're going to give him that ally. That is amazing. So we're going to say, okay, Hayden, you came through. We're giving you these 2 level 3 and 4 loot. We're going to keep that Eruption spell. So that means that when we rebuild our deck now, we're going to have to lose one of our spells, keep the Eruption spell, and we're going to have to, we get to, since we lost this ally, we get to look through the cards that are either basic, level 1 or 2, and add another ally of our choice so that we create a legal deck. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. That was really an exciting adventure, probably the best one yet of the campaign. Glad you've been watching them all. Thanks so much. I'll have another scenario up shortly. Thank you.